Behind these locked doors, 120 of the most powerful men in the Catholic Church are on their knees. No phones, no contact with the outside world. They are about to choose the most powerful religious leader on earth. But what are they praying? What words escape their lips in this sacred moment? Today I'm revealing the secret prayers Cardinals speak when choosing the Pope. Prayers that have been whispered for centuries. Prayers so powerful, they've shaped the destiny of over 1 billion Catholics worldwide. What you're about to hear has never been fully revealed to the public. Stay until the end because the final prayer will shock you. The moment the Cardinals enter the Sistine Chapel, before any vote is cast, they don't start with politics. They don't discuss candidates. They pray. The first prayer is called the Veni Creator Spiritus. Come, Holy Spirit. But here's what most people don't know. This isn't just any prayer. It's a 9th century Latin hymn that every cardinal must recite together, word for word, in perfect unity. Listen to what they're actually asking for. Come, Holy Spirit, Creator blessed, and in our souls take up thy rest. Come with thy grace and heavenly aid to fill the hearts which thou hast made. They're asking for divine intervention. They're admitting we cannot do this alone. But the Veni Creator is just the beginning, because what happens next involves an oath so serious, breaking it means automatic excommunication. Before casting a single vote, every cardinal must take a sacred oath. And this oath is wrapped in prayer. They place their hand on the Bible and pray. We, the cardinal electors, promise and swear that we will observe faithfully all the norms contained in the Apostolic Constitution. But here's the shocking part. They're not just promising to follow rules. They're calling God as their witness. They're saying, if I break this promise, may God judge me. This prayer of commitment includes absolute secrecy. They cannot reveal how they voted ever. No political deals or promises. No communication with the outside world. Complete submission to God's will. Served in 3 conclaves said, when you take that oath, you feel the weight of eternity on your shoulders. You're not choosing a man, you're asking God to choose through you. But now comes the moment that separates the faithful from the afraid. The prayer they whisper before casting their first vote. Each cardinal receives a rectangular ballot. At the top it reads, Eligo in summum pontificia. I elect as supreme pontiff before writing any name. Cardinals are instructed to pray silently. And many recite this ancient invocation. Lord, you know my heart. Guide my hand. Let me choose not with human wisdom, but with your divine will. Imagine the pressure. You're holding a pen. One name you write could change world history. Will you choose your friend, your ally, the man you think is qualified? Or will you surrender completely and let God move your hand? Former Cardinal Daniels revealed in his memoir, I wrote a name on my first ballot, then crossed it out. I prayed again. A different name came to my mind. Someone I hadn't even considered. I wrote that name. That's how God works in the conclave. But what happens when no one gets enough votes? When the conclave is deadlocked, that's when the most desperate prayer is spoken. The black smoke rises. No pope chosen. The cardinals return to prayer. But this isn't just disappointment. This is a crisis of faith. Because if God wanted a pope chosen, he would have made it clear, right? What you're about to discover is the prayer cardinals pray when they feel abandoned by God, when heaven seems silent, when confusion reigns. This prayer has brought grown men to tears, and it might be the most powerful prayer in the entire conclave. Between voting sessions, cardinals retreat to their rooms in Casa Santa Marta, alone, in silence, and many pray what's called the prayer of discernment in darkness. It goes like this: Lord, I am confused. I do not see your will clearly. I have prayed, but I do not hear you. Show me a sign. Break through my human understanding, even if it means choosing someone I do not prefer. Give me the courage to vote according to your will, not mine. One cardinal described this moment. You feel completely lost. You thought you knew who should be pope, but vote after vote, nothing happens. You start to doubt yourself. You start to question, am I hearing God or am I hearing my own ego? And here's the secret. This prayer of confusion is often when God speaks loudest. Because when you strip away your own agenda, when you admit you don't know, that's when the Holy Spirit can move. But there's another prayer, one that's even more shocking. The prayer cardinals say when they realize they might be chosen as Pope. Imagine this, you're sitting in the Sistine Chapel. Ballots are being read aloud. And you keep hearing your name once, twice, 10 times, 20 times. Your heart is racing. You start sweating. Because if you get 77 votes, your life as you know it is over. What do cardinals pray in this moment? Many pray, Lord, if this is your will, give me strength. But if it is not, close this door. I am afraid. I am not worthy. Do not let me accept out of pride. Do not let me refuse out of fear. Pope John Paul I in 1978 reportedly prayed, please God, not me. But when he reached 77 votes, he wept. He knew God had called him, even though he felt completely inadequate. He accepted. And 33 days later, he died mysteriously. Some say the weight of the papacy killed him, but accepting is only half the battle. Because what cardinals pray after a pope is chosen might be the most beautiful prayer of all. The moment a cardinal reaches 77 votes, something sacred happens. The Dean of Cardinals approaches the chosen man and asks, do you accept your canonical election as Supreme Pontiff? If he says yes, every cardinal in the room stands, and they sing together, Te Deum laudamus, we praise thee, O God. This isn't just celebration, this is surrender. Listen to the words. We acknowledge thee to be the Lord, all the earth doth worship thee, the Father everlasting. To thee all angels cry aloud, the heavens and all the powers therein. They're reminding themselves, we didn't choose this Pope, God chose him through us. And the newly elected Pope, he's on his knees, praying his own prayer. God, I am nothing. You have made me everything. Use me, break me if you must, but let me serve your people faithfully. One Pope admitted, in that moment, I felt the weight of every Catholic in the world on my shoulders. I prayed, God, I will fail without you, don't leave me. But there's one more prayer, the prayer that happens after the world knows, when the new Pope steps onto the balcony. And this prayer will give you chills. The doors to the balcony open. The new Pope, dressed in white, steps forward. Hundreds of thousands of people are screaming, crying, cheering below. And before he speaks, before he waves, he prays. He raises his hands and says, Sit nomen Domini benedictum, blessed be the name of the Lord. But then comes the most powerful moment. He asks the crowd, before I bless you, will you pray for me? And hundreds of thousands of people fall silent. They bow their heads, and together they pray for this man who just accepted the most impossible job on earth. Imagine the most powerful religious leader in the world, asking ordinary people to pray for him. This is humility. This is surrender. This is recognizing I am nothing without God. I am nothing without your prayers. Pope Francis, when he stepped onto that balcony in 2013, stood in silence for nearly a full minute. People thought something was wrong, but he later revealed, I was praying. I was asking God, what have you done? Why me? Give me the strength to carry this cross. And the crowd prayed, and heaven answered. Every pope since 1978 has asked for prayers before blessing the world, because they know without God, this job is impossible. Without prayer, they will fail. So now you know. The secret prayers Cardinals pray when choosing the Pope, from the Veni Creator Spiritus to the Te Deum, from prayers of confusion to prayers of acceptance. But here's the truth that changes everything. These prayers aren't just for cardinals. These prayers are for you. When you face impossible decisions, when you feel confused and lost, when you're afraid of what God is calling you to do, pray like a cardinal. Surrender. Ask God to move through you. Admit you cannot do it alone. And here's the most powerful part. Just like cardinals pray for the Pope, we are all called to pray for our leaders, for our church, for each other. If this video opened your eyes to the power of prayer in the conclave, hit that like button. Subscribe for more hidden truths about cardinals and the Vatican. And in the comments, tell me, if you were a cardinal choosing the Pope, what would you pray? Remember, prayer isn't just words. Prayer is surrender. Prayer is trust. Prayer is letting God write the story. The cardinals know this. And now so do you. God bless you all.